A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I'm going to be talking about DM and DFs. So this is a collective channeling. DM and DFs, they try to figure out the twin flame journey with the help of astronomy. Okay. Now, before I get into this channeling session, I would like to give you guys a heads up that most of the people who make progress in this journey are those people who take inner work very seriously. Okay. So some people just listen to the term inner work and they are very not open towards it, and they have this whole thing like, I have to get into my 3D union, I have to, so they have a certain specific person in their mind. Okay. And whosoever that specific person is, man, woman, doesn't matter. Again, I want to tell you guys, again, I use this word again because I keep saying it, but I don't know how many people get it when the first time only I've said it, but I'm still gonna keep saying it as long as I feel like, yeah, I should be saying it again and again in different channeling sessions or different information videos, Q&As, live sessions. The twin flame can be a man or a woman. Okay. And like I've said in the latest live session which I did, the one that I did on New Year's Eve only, where I told you people that an individual is a twin flame. Okay. An individual is a twin flame, and then this twin flame uses many mirrors to finally come into harmonization with themselves. But sometimes what happens with some people is that they meet a certain person, okay, an individual, and they start thinking that this person is my twin flame, okay. But actually that person may not be their twin flame, okay. It could be a false twin, it could be a karmic, it could be just a random person also, but they have some kind of dance with them, and then they get stuck to have a 3D union with that person, even if that person does not want to talk to them or meet them or connect with them. And there could be certain qualities about that person, and many times it is the physical quality also, physical beauty. They could be having certain personality, body type, height, weight, hairstyle, way of speaking, something, about them that they get really hooked on to. The twin flame gets hooked on to that person and gets obsessed with that person. It's so much so that they forget that they have to do inner work, that they have to go within, that they have to even figure out why am I obsessed with this person, so on and so forth. So they get stuck with that specific person, and then all they do day and night is they want that person to love them back, and not love them back in any other way, but a very 3D way, an old model of love that they have learned or picked up. So maybe they want that person to come to them and tell them that I love you and only you, I belong to you. They want that person to get engaged to them. They want that person to put on Instagram and Facebook and wherever they are, all the places like Snapchat, whatever people use, everywhere they should post a lot of pictures with them and confess their love every day, call them every day, morning, evening, and then get married to them, even have family. So there is a long list sometimes, or sometimes they just have one specific thing, like they should come back to me, they should apologize to me, they should say I love you to me, and then that's it. Some people say, okay, we should just date with each other, we should be boyfriend and girlfriend, that's all I want, I don't want anything else, because their model of love is more about commitment. Now everybody has a different idea of love and different way they see the 3D union. So different people have different thoughts about 3D union, but more or less it is very close to similar things, like there has to be physical intimacy, they should be involved only with them, then they talk about loyalty, then they talk about a lot of things. And this person, I want to get married to this person, I want to be in a permanent union with this person, okay, with love, loyalty, commitment, whatever. So now this one person we don't want to say, like, I don't want to say it right now. I don't want to give out the suspense right now, because then there's no fun, right? Not much fun. So it's for you to figure out. Now, for some people, that one person that they're hooked onto may not be their twin flame. Like I said, it could be false twin, it could be karmic also, which some of the divine masculines have mentioned to me. That they said, yeah, I was in love with this one person for such a long time. I thought this one person was amazing, everything. But later on, I figured out that no, I already had someone in my life, and this person was actually the karmic. Then I had to leave the karmic, and then I had to, finally go back to the right person who I had thought would not be my right person, so on and so forth. And then it happens with the woman also. In some cases, I have seen they are married, they have children with one person, husband or whatever, or they're in live-in relationship, and they have a sort of a committed relationship, but then they get bored. You know how in marriage many people get bored, and then they start thinking, oh, I wish I had a lover like this, or I wish I had a lover like that. And suddenly one fine they meet this person who's very attractive, and now they are like, how do I get this person? They have some kind of a runner-chaser dynamic with that person. They are like, that person is giving them hints, but I'm not sure. And they start looking up for something, and then they find out about twin flames. And then they are like, oh, this person is my twin flame. My husband, my boyfriend, my lover. No, they are not my twin flame. This new man, new guy is my twin flame. And then obviously, most karmic relationships and most false twin relationships are based around sex, or they are based around intimacy, or they are based around some kind of barter system. Maybe this girl is elder to him, and maybe it's visa. Recently I worked with someone, and that person has fallen so sick, like literally, like bodily sick, has diseases now, some terrible disease. So I don't want to get into it, because I have not one case like that. So sometimes you might think that, okay, is she talking about me or someone like me? But no, there are many cases like that. So one person got sick because of the person, and there are men and women, both. Say a man, he meets a girl, she's very beautiful, very attractive, hot and whatever, sexy, and she is younger to him, say by 15 years, or he goes like, okay, what does she need? She says, well, I want to go to college, or I want to take care of my poor brother and sister, or my mother. So I have like 5 people in my family who I have to take care of. He says, okay, don't worry, I'll take care of you, or whatever you need. And then he starts spending money on her, and she keeps giving him the hopes that she loves him, she loves him, she loves him. And then after 4, 5 years, 6 years, maybe it goes on and on. She starts getting bored of it. Now she has all the money, she has all the gifts, she has all the things with her. And, he's like completely dependent on this girl. And she's like, you know what, I was with him because he was giving me so many things. But now whatever he has given me, using that, maybe she starts a business, or with that wealth she has accumulated or amassed through him, she finds some other younger man who thinks that she's like some amazing girl, some rich hoity-toity woman. So she starts dating him, and then she forgets about him. And then she feels like, maybe she should keep him on the side, So she says, I want to go and study abroad. He says, okay, sure, why not? Where do you want to study? For how long? Oh, I want to study for 2 years. I want to do this course. Okay, love, no problem. I'll do your admission. I'll pay for your fees and everything. He starts paying for her fees and education and everything. And she, in the other country, is having an affair with another man. In between, she makes a few video calls to him. Maybe they have some intimate conversation also. And every time she needs money, she calls him and she says, oh, I need this much money, that much money. Now this other person has fallen sick in the other country, wherever he is. He's fallen sick. See, he's got some very bad disease. He says, you know what, I'm sick. I need someone to take care of me. She says, I can't come, because I have to study. I have my college. I have my this, I have my that. Or if not college, then whatever she's doing. Or say in the pandemic, the lockdown happened, so I'm stuck in this country. I can't come to meet you. But you need to send me money because I need to, get my expenses going. So it is such a sorry state to, talk to such people. When I get some of my clients like this, I tell them you should immediately get into therapy. Immediately, because you are really like putting yourself in a lot of danger right now. Some people, I tell, looking at their, situation and how financially they've got bankrupt, I give them a single therapy session, and then I tell them, do this, do that, work on yourself, keep listening to good stuff, or, keep doing your work, get integrated to source, forget about such a loser person who's only using you for money. You're sick, you don't have anyone to look after you, and still they keep asking for money. And if you ask them that why you need so much money, they fight with you, they get angry with you. So these things happen. Recently in a reading, the other person asked me, the querent asked me, is my so-and-so specific person, whosoever it is that person dating someone? The answer came yes. And see, I have to be very honest. I know sometimes honest answers can hurt a person at that point in time. But later on, honesty and truth is only going to save them. And this is the reason why I tell people not to tell me anything in advance. Because if they tell me in advance and I listen to their sad story, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't want to get into that zone. So very honestly, I tell them, don't tell me anything. Let the reading, let the cards, let the masters answer, because I'm not answering. So she asked me, is he dating someone? I said yes. The answer was yes. Then she asked me, does he love me, or does he care for me, or what is the situation? What exactly is happening? Whatever her questions were, it was always like a negative about that person, and whatever doubt it was very clearly saying that this person is using her for money, for everything. And it's been so many years, okay? So by the end, then finally she asked some other question, and the answer was yes. All answers, all cards for the other person came to be in negative, or not good. And the thing she asked about herself related to something else, it was a positive yes, okay? So how does that happen? The cards, I cannot choose what card is going to come. After I told her everything, then I told her, now you can tell me your story. So turns out that whatever I just told you about that girl, and you can say you can replicate or replace the man with the woman, and the young girl with some young boy, okay? So he was also using her for so many years and taking money all the time, asking for money. Now these people who are young and who are energetic and maybe in their 30s or in their 40s, why can't they get a job? Why do they need someone else? And then they have another person who they are dating. They are not telling this one that I'm dating someone or I'm in love with someone. Obviously the expenses will increase, because they want to have a family with that person. Then another, one more student I had in therapy, very similar story. And this time again there was a, border situation is there. I have noticed some visa case is always there in some cases, because the other person needs to hide. And if they are going to live with you, as long as they can live with you, they will suck out everything from you. And when they realize that, no, I can't do this, then, or they are already in the other country, so they have a very good reason, I am in the other country, so I can't come to meet you, so why don't you come? Now the one who has got money, the one who is rich, that wealthy person will only afford the plane tickets or the air tickets, and they'll put themselves up in a hotel, and in the hotel obviously they'll have their intimate time or their fun time or whatever it is. So I have had clients who come into therapy and they're very damaged when they come into therapy. It's not easy to work with people in therapy. Some people think therapy is just a piece of cake, or it's so much fun, or it must be like this, it must be like that. No. Some people come in a very bad condition. They are used by someone, they're constantly getting used by someone for such a long time. And worst cases, they get discarded after getting used. So whosoever it is, who they think was my twin flame, that person was not even the twin flame. In a reading or in a therapy, we find out that this person was not even a twin flame. They found someone else, they already got married with someone else, and they've taken your money, they've taken your time, they've taken your beauty, they've taken your youth, they've taken some very important years where you could have been very productive and very happy or whatever. So now is the time to fix all of that. Just because they have taken so much from you does not mean that you cannot retrieve all of it back. And for that reason only, you need to act with discernment. You need to understand that why you need to do inner work. Okay? The title of this channeling is that the divine feminine and masculine, they learn about the twin flame journey through astronomy. Now, why did I say astronomy and not astrology? There is a reason behind it. First of all, let's understand the difference between astrology and astronomy. And not that I'm completely against astrology, but I'm against that part of astrology that put fears in people's mind, okay, or that gives some kind of a false information, or even if it's not false information, it is because see, everyone is not going to make straightforward, honest predictions for you. Everybody is not going to be like, yes, this is what I see, or this is what it's coming out to be, and it may not be in your favor, but this is how it is. And if you're in the twin flame journey and you don't study about what is happening in the galaxies, or what is happening in the science of your body, or the science of your soul, the spirit science, then there will be a difficulty, because I see some people are only concerned about the channelings which are related to what is divine masculine doing or what is divine feminine doing. Less about the divine feminines, because there are more women who are like that, to be honest, because the feminine energy in the world has gone into major depletion. So the women, they don't know their worth. They don't know. They think that they are just an object for lust, and they need to satisfy someone's lust, or they need to keep a man with them, if they get intimate with him and give whatever they have. So the woman is more about giving to the wrong person. Now then, of course, there are men also, and I'm not going to deny that, because there are a lot of, in case of twin flame, that happens, okay. In case of twin flame, there are men who have the feminine energy. They are purposely born on the planet Earth in male body with stronger feminine energy. There is a reason behind that, because they are here to heal the feminine energy. They are here to support in healing the feminine energy on planet Earth. So that's why when they come here, they get to see the toxic feminine. They meet a lot of toxic feminines. They meet a lot of lustful women. They meet a lot of women who are very manipulative and very cunning and very like high level of selfishness. And I'm talking about materialistic selfishness is there in them. So they figure it out that, this type of woman is not a good woman. She is not a godly woman. And I don't want to be with a woman like that, okay. So they learn, and then they try to look for the right woman. Before that, they are looking for the wrong woman in all the wrong places for love. Then finally, when they figure out, when they realize, when they shed a lot of those things in them, So astronomy is a science that studies everything outside of the Earth's atmosphere, like planets, stars, asteroids, galaxies, the properties and relationship of those celestial bodies. Astrology is the belief that the positioning of the stars and planets affect the way events occur on Earth. So there are definitely a lot of people who study the celestial movements, and they tell you that now this is happening and that is happening, and now you're going to feel like this or you're going to feel like that, okay. So we definitely need to study the sun and the moon, the properties, what is Earth, what are all the other planets, but we should not get into the part where there is no logic, which is not scientific, okay. Even astrology is very scientific. If you study astrology properly, the proper astrology, it is quite scientific. But then that particular section, some people misuse it. They create a lot of fears, they create a lot of myths, and they get very religious and not spiritual, okay, very unscientific. So both are, technically they are some kind of a science, okay. But why I said in this channeling the word astronomy I'm using, or you can say you should study mysticism, okay. Or say if I tell you to study about the chakra system, what would that fall in? Would it fall in astrology or astronomy? Yoga and Ayurveda is where we place the study of sciences, or overall we say it falls under the Vedas, okay, in the Vedic education. Because the chakra means the wheels, and they refer to the 7 energy points in your body, and they are basically spinning discs of energy, and they should remain aligned and open and as they are connected with various other organs, the nervous system, and they affect our energetic body, our emotional body, and also obviously when your energetic body is in good space, the physical health is also good. So this study will fall under the Vedic knowledge, and then that also comes under the metaphysics, okay, the world of metaphysics. Now, in many of the scientific communities, they do not consider this system to be actually foolproof system, because they have not done any research in this area, the Western science I'm talking about. So they say this is a mythology, there is no such thing as chakra, there is no such thing as yoga, there is no such thing as meditation, they say all these things. But with the changing times, what happened is that some scientists, they got very enamored by it, and it happened to those people who either fell sick, they could not find a way out, or they had to be stopped because of some other reason. And when they started changing their lives, they figured out that it was happening because of certain practices or certain type of yoga meditation that they were doing, okay? And then they figured out that we need to study about it and we need to find out about it. So if you look at even life and death, there was a time when there was no scientific evidence to back life and death, okay? And still people were dying, and still people were getting, born every day. So then some people who had more logic than other, more scientific, you can say, outlook, they were like, well, people are dying in front of my eyes. And, one day they are with me, the other day they are gone. So when they die, there is only the body that remains. Definitely something is running the body. Something inside the body goes out of the body, because of which this person's life is over. So what is it? Like, what is that particular thing called? And we say it's called life. Of course it's called life. No, but life, how is it tangible? How do I prove it? So then they go into these deeper studies, and many people realize that as long as they are reading these books and they are doing theory and they are stuck with all the formulas and this and that, they don't understand it at all. But when they start going within, when they actually figure it out through mental practice or through some kind of like I said, yogic practice, then they realize that yes, I feel a change. So how do I then explain it? Because certain things, you cannot explain it properly. You can feel it, you can experience it, and through your experience you see the changes. Then you're like, okay, now I think I can describe it better. Earlier I was just reading it out, or I was mugging it up, but now I can actually talk about it because I have gone through it. So this is something that is going on with collectively the masculine and feminines. They are like, they are figuring things out. They are trying to study it, but not in the books only. Now, say you are listening to the Twinflame videos, and I say, you need to do inner work, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to integrate with the source. But you're just listening to it, like listening to it every day, every now and then. Okay, I need to do inner work. I need to get into the mission. What is the mission? What is my mission? You're thinking about it, but you're not doing anything about it. Some people, they have a job. It could be any job, they do it daily. They have a business and they think that, oh, my business is my mission, because they try to justify it somehow, that I have to earn money, I have to maintain a lifestyle, and I do this and I do that. I'm not depending on anyone, so therefore my root chakra must be open and functioning and blah blah blah. But then that's not the case. When you are living a lifestyle and you're living it only for yourself, see, as long as you have beauty, as long as you have money, as long as you have friends or something, life will go on. But getting a purpose, getting into an action-based purpose is something which will happen with the grace of Guru. And if you create resources after getting into a mission, then you will be very solid. Your foundation will be very solid. Because somebody who has like a good profession, they are making money every month, it's very difficult for them to let it go and then get into some kind of practice. So what we suggest is, we also don't want you to leave everything and go and sit inside one cave. The idea is that you continue doing what you're doing, but at the same time you think deeply, if you are not progressing, if last 3 years, 2 years, you found out about twin flame, say 3 years back or 4 years back, but you have not progressed at all, okay, you are stuck where you were, you're still earning money, you're still looking good, all your friends are progressing, whosoever, or wherever you see people are progressing, but you're not progressing, you're still there. And you're thinking that, I'm in a 5D union, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that inner work, and I have a mission. Then I'm sorry to say that's not your mission, really. You're just getting fooled. You're just getting conned into believing some kind of incomplete information that you figure out somewhere, okay? At least I'm trying to give you the complete information, but it's not like people come only to my channel. They go to many channels, and I'm not stopping you from going to any other channel. Please go and explore as much as you want. But the only thing is that attach a mission to yourself and attach a very strong, disciplined inner work to yourself and study metaphysics. These are the 3 things you should do. Metaphysics, mission, and continuous inner work. Like inner work should not be like one day you're doing it, then after 15 days you're not doing it. Somebody wrote to me yesterday or day before, I don't remember exactly, but somebody wrote to me that, nowadays I'm not able to connect with your channeling in the 3D reality, but in energetic world I can connect with it. So my question to that person is, very simple question I asked, which I don't think I've gotten the reply yet, that do you have a job? Do you have a job? Are you in a profession? Do you do something? See, because for mission also you need to create resources. And for mission, you must create resources through your hard work and endeavor. But people who don't have a job, you don't do any proper inner work, you're just sitting, depending on other people, they are paying your bills, you are obviously going to only experience it energetically for the next 10 years, my dear. Me or anyone. It doesn't matter, me or anyone. Okay? But if you are going to do something about things, if you're going to get up, then these channelings or these messages are going to help you out deeply. Otherwise, you are just not doing anything with it. Okay? So, if you are listening intently, I'm going to create one more session on listening also, because listening is very important. If you are listening intently without the desire of 3D union, then it will help you for sure. It will help you, because then you're not like, but then how will I get into union? How will I, that specific person, how will I get that person? Now, you answer me this question if you've been listening intently. I told you the story of 3-4 people, who have personally interacted with me or they've been in therapy with me. So, when I told you about their specific person who was using them, draining them, taking money from them, and at the same time with someone else, romantically in commitment with someone else. So you tell me, is that person a twin flame for them? This person could be a twin flame, but that other person who they are considering to be a twin flame, do you think that person is even good to them? Do you think that person is even worthy of such people who are so caring and giving? And they are not questioning them for such a long time. They don't question. They just give. In the name of love, they are giving. And this love is not even the real love. This love is the false idea of love. The fake love, the 3D belief system, which makes you think that love is something else, but not what it should really be. Okay? Love is about lust. And if you are practicing that type of love, first of all, you need to admit it. You need to admit it. Okay? First, you need to make a list of the things you do thinking that this is love. Then you need to ask yourself that, is this love? Where is love in this? Am I in lust and considering it to be love? Or am I really in love? Because if you are in love, then the vibration is very different. The energy is very different. There is no, like you don't live in the future in the past. You live in the present all the time. Love is being present all the time. Because source is always present. For source, there is no such thing as past and future. For source, it's only now, right now. Okay? And the people who live in the now, the here and now, they are happier. If you want, you can listen to my song, Just Be. Now the ending also, the last statement also is, in the here and the now, it's always fine, you know. It's only in the future and in the past where you're suffering and you're miserable. So the twin flame are studying astronomy, they are studying mysticism, they are studying the yogic techniques, you know, but they are not going into that part, you know, which says this will happen, that will happen on the 29th of the January or this. Again, there is a thin line, you know, when we do channelings, like we talk about, say, the wolf moon channeling is happening. But if you listen intently, remember these words, listening intently, we spoke about the wolf moon is symbolism or symbolic to those people who are in their wolf mother or wolf father energies. Okay, which means it is symbolic to those people who are doing deep inner work and they have somehow figured out a way around, you know, reconnecting with their natural self. Okay, so now who does this apply to? Who would this apply to? It will not depend on which day you're born, which month you're born, which year you're born. You know, it will not depend on what is happening in Jupiter, what is happening in Pluto, what is happening in Mars. It will depend on what is happening within you. Okay. And also understand astrology from another perspective, which I am very thankful to universe for. I'm very, very grateful to my masters for, because they gave me this download and I'm just sharing it, the same download with you. Because I was asking them, like, why do people say we are a universe, or you are a universe, or the universe will do this for you, or the universe will do that for you? Why they say that? So very instantly I got this download in a very interesting way, because just like a lot of you, I'm also very much interested in astrology, astronomy, the studies of planetary positions, the planets, what the planet do, what the sun, moon. My name is only TheSunamoon, so you can figure that out. So they gave me this download, very interesting download, which I think some of you are going to really love. The download is that when a person is born, say anybody, any XYZ person is born, any individual is born, say Tom is born, Dick is born, and Harry is born. Tom, Dick and Harry are born, okay? Or Sarah, Louise, or Tina, or in India, Sunita is born, Anita is born, whatever, so many names, Suresh is born. So somebody is born. When they are born, at that moment in time, a horoscope is created. Now, this is not a part of the Western world. They don't do this, but definitely in the Eastern world, they do this a lot. They create a horoscope with the date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth of that person. They come up to a conclusion that in this person's chart, okay, the moon is placed over here, sun is placed over here, they are born in this nakshatra. Okay, they are born in this paksh, like Shukla paksh or this paksh or that paksh, okay? Or they are, the Jupiter is here, the Pluto is here, the Mars is in the 7th house, Saturn is in the 8th house, Mercury is in this house, Jupiter in the 5th house, blah, 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 whatever houses, okay, they have. So, and then they have Rahu and Ketu's placement also. And like I said, certain constellations are in play. All of that can be checked out from one person's simple date of birth calculation. All this can be figured out. So my question, the download that I got is that if a person is not a universe in its own, within itself, if a person is not a universe, if all of us are not different universes, then why do we have separate placements of the planets, of the sun, of the moon? Why do we have it like that? You know, the constellation, the star system, the solar system. This happens only in a given universe. In a given universe, this is the placement. And when we look at our current universe, the earth, the sun and moon as we see it, we see that they are in a certain type of a balance. Because of that certain type of a balance that sun and moon are in, and all the planets are in, there is life on planet earth. Right? So from that perspective, you need to understand that you are a universe within yourself and you are your own ecosystem. And harmony in your ecosystem, harmony in your universe will create harmony outside in your 3D, so-called 3D reality. The 3D reality or the 3D union that you so badly seek is not a result of something that you do externally in your 3D world. It is a result of what happens within you. And this is the reason why I always focus on a 5D union. I always say a 5D union will lead to a 3D union. 5D union happens, automatically 3D union will happen. But is it easy for you to get into the 5D union? How many people are focused in the 5D union? Some people have already told me they are already in the 5D union. And I'm like, wow. Like, who told you that? Oh, I know it. I know I'm already in the 5D. I've already had a union with my DM or my DF, and now I'm working for the 3D union. I say, okay, great. Very good. I don't tell them to come to therapy. I don't tell them to do anything, because I know that they are not going to listen to anyone right now, because they've already established that I am in 5D union, but still they are suffering, but still they are miserable, still they are stalking someone, still they are asking for readings and what is my DM doing and what is my DF doing. What type of 5D union is that? That is the question that they need to ask. If the 5D union has happened, then why are they so much miserable, in so much misery, you know? Why are they acting like an obsessed lover? Why don't they ask that question? Because they're now going to, I hope they listen to this channeling. So this is where I'm going to close the channeling. The collective, there is a group of DM and DFs who are getting awakened to this thought, very clearly getting awakened to this thought, and they are like, I need to stop everything and I need to do some genuine inner work now. Genuine inner work and a genuine mission. Okay? And I cannot take money from other people, and I cannot be a couch potato watching movies all the time, watching different series, and you know, content is every day I'm watching a new, binge watching, but not doing anything. That needs to change, because what you watch and what you listen to constantly, it also has an impact on you. It is also food for thought. Okay? So for your personal situation, you can check out the description box and you can go through the list of personal sessions and therapy sessions, and you can connect with me. Once you are sure, then only connect with me. Don't connect with me if you have 10 questions, okay? Or many questions, because somebody who wants to work on themselves, they should be snappy about it. They should be spontaneous about it. If you are in so much doubt about doing inner work or getting into therapy, because you can do your own inner work also, right? Nobody is stopping you to do your own inner work. But if you want to work with someone, then you need to be sure about it. And let me tell you, I personally am enrolled in so many things right now. I'm enrolled in a piano course. I'm enrolled in a mentalist course. I'm enrolled in, I cannot even tell you. I keep working on myself, you know. I enjoy it. I like to invest my time and money, or, you know, just to do some things that, you know, touch my heart and would make me a better person. But that's around the mission. Most important is the mission. If you get time from the mission, then you do something, you know. Or if you are wanting to get strength for the mission. So that phase is gone. There was a phase that when I remember I used to work on myself for months and months and months. Months of silence, weeks of silence, not talking to anyone, just eating your food, doing your practice, your yogic practice, and that's it, going off to sleep, waking up at 4:30 every morning, and then getting up at certain time and, you know, doing your things, and so many things which I don't want to get into right now, because this is not about me. This is about you people right now, okay? I'm just a medium, as I keep saying it. So my dear twin flamers, my dear star seeds, this channeling is about those people only who want to change their life in the right way, in the most scientific, pragmatic, productive way. Okay? Yes, so if you are sure, then write to me at TheSunamoon@gmail.com. You can also get the book In the Name of Love, The Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. The link is also given in the description box. And other than that, one love and peace out. I wish you all the very best. And I'm thankful to you all, whosoever is doing genuine inner work. Thank you so much. Keep doing it. Keep being amazing and keep being you. Alright? So I'll see you in another one. Till then, smile.